Hi, my name is Sai, and I'm a designer with the media team. So far, we have talked about UI enhancements and motion design patterns, which Apple has brought in during WWDC. If you've not watched them yet, I'd highly recommend you do. They're linked below in this video. Today, I'll be talking about some of the new accessibility enhancements which iOS and iPadOS 15 bring. Apple thinks of accessibility as touching four different broad categories: vision, cognitive, mobility, and hearing. This year, they've brought in a lot of improvements to all four of them. Today, I'll be talking about some of the improvements for vision and mobility. In vision, first, we have audiographs. Audiographs provide an audible representation of the data in your charts and graphs. Charts are useful because they allow us to quickly understand what our data is telling us without having to get too deep into the details. But charts are not inherently accessible for blind or low vision people. There's no value in a visual chart if you can't see it. Apple has already been using audiographs for the Health app, giving people who are blind or have low vision access to valuable data insights. They have now extended this to all third-party apps by introducing the Audiographs API. Here is how it works. When VoiceOver is on, users can double-tap on the graph to open the Graph Explorer view. Double-tapping on play will play the data series as a continuous tone.
Complete.
The audio graph also provides an interactive mode where VoiceOver users can double tap and hold, then drag to listen to the data at their own pace.
June 19, 2021, 99-2-80128, DP.
In addition to the audio graph, this Explorer view also provides summary information about important features of the data like shape, trend, and outliers, which are inferred from an automatic statistical analysis of this chart's data. Along with the audio graph, VoiceOver can read the summary information to complete our understanding of the data. You can also choose to play the audio graph from the main view itself without launching into the Explorer view. You can imagine how audiographs would be helpful at a platform level in enabling our goal to empower all of our merchants with data to make better decisions about their businesses quickly. Second, VoiceOver Screen Reader now uses on-device intelligence to explore objects within images, enabling users to discover more details about the people, text, table data, and other objects within images. Here is how it works. When VoiceOver is on, users can focus on an image and the device will automatically read out image description powered by on-device intelligence. Users can additionally also use the Image Explorer to explore multiple objects within the image. Media is a huge part of commerce, and it's not hard to imagine how machine learning could power such experiences and more, not just across our app, but across our platform. In mobility, following the launch of full keyboard access in iOS 13.4.1, which allowed users with motor impairments to navigate their iPad completely using the keyboard, Apple with iPadOS 15 announced a bunch of new updates, which work for both full keyboard access users as well as those who are just using a keyboard with their device. All users can now use Tab key to shift between content groups, arrow keys to shift within groups, and return or space to launch into and out of an item. Keyboard shortcuts are now organized by categories like File, Edit, Format, View, and Search in a more compact space, much like how you see on Mac Catalyst apps. We can make much better use of this in our app. They're also customizable based on the current view to surface more relevant quick actions. Additionally, later this year, Apple is bringing in support for third-party MFI eye tracking hardware to track where you're looking at on screen, so you can control your iPad with only your eyes. You can imagine this working similar to the motion pointer on Apple Watch, which Apple added in watchOS 8. There are a lot more accessibility enhancements which Apple has bought, which you can check out from the link in the description of this video. We do natively adopt some of these improvements, but also do not in a lot of cases, especially when working with third-party libraries and custom components, which is most of our app. Using the Control Center, you can add a handy shortcut to try a number of these accessibility settings yourself. You can also add the text size toggle to your Control Center. With iOS 15, Apple has also added per app settings where you can enable a number of these settings individually per app. Millions of people use at least one accessibility setting, and not making assumptions about who's using your app can enable you to build functionality that supports everyone. Being accessible by design will enable you to consider diverse perspectives, and that often leads to not just pushing boundaries for users with disabilities, but for everyone. Lastly, when we talk about delightful experiences, it is important for us to ensure we build a strong foundation of functionality, usability, and reliability by considering diverse perspectives before we pursue further delight. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to chat more about accessibility, feel free to reach out to me. Let's learn together. Here's my one more thing. While working on this video, I tried to think about some accessible experiences which I found to be delightful. Here's one of them. Have you used the VoiceOver setting on a Mickey or Minnie watch face? Instead of playing the VoiceOver in the same tone as other watch faces, Apple ended up recording the VoiceOver for this watch face in 30 different languages in the voice of Mickey and Minnie. It's such a great example of a delightful and inclusive experience.
It's 2:19.
That's so good. Okay, bye for real. Thanks everyone.